What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on an e-bike. More importantly, a really affordable e-bike from Walmart that only costs $3.99. Let's check it out. All right, so this e-bike is called the Hyper ERide. This is the 26-inch wheel model. They also make a 29er with disc brakes, but the same motor and battery. But I got this one because, well, for one, it was actually in stock on the shelves in December of 2020, right before Christmas. And I wanted to buy my wife an e-bike because we do a lot of riding with the family in the neighborhood, and there's a couple of hills, and she just could use a little extra help. So I said, you know, this is probably a good idea for a Christmas present. So I bought it for $3.99 and bought the insurance, which I think was like 25 or 35 bucks for 3 years. I figured that was a good investment since this is an electronic device, and that motor and that battery and that controller could break. Right off the bat, I think this is a good looking bike for one. I mean, look at the frame. A lot of times you'll see these cheap bikes with this battery pack that's kind of just bolted onto this tube here, where this one is integrated into the frame, which is really nice. I like that. There's a key that comes with it. You can unlock this and pop this battery pack out and charge it off the bike if you want to do that. But it's really nice, actually. I know Hyper is known to be a low budget, big box bicycle builder, but yeah, they sell at Walmart. So you're not going to have a really high-end bike here. But for $3.99 and having an electric assist system on this, I think that's a really good deal, because most of these e-bikes are really expensive, usually more in the $1,000 price range. I mean, a lot of the guys who are serious into this e-bike thing, you know, they're gonna start at above $1,000 for entry level. So to find a decent e-bike for $3.99 is just awesome. And then it does have these spring suspension forks in the front, not air shocks. It's just enough to get the job done, just for neighborhood riding. This is not a real mountain bike. Even though they market it as a mountain bike, it is not a mountain bike at all. This is a neighborhood urban commuter, if anything. Again, 26-inch wheels, no disc brakes, not even the ability to put your own disc brakes if you wanted to. Disc brake systems are like 30 bucks on Amazon, and they don't even give you the option to put those on here. So you'd have to swap out the whole forks for something new and upgraded. Just has the caliper brakes, which work fine. They do the job. If you want to stop, they stop you. It's not like this thing is, you know, high speed, low drag. Street bias tires, again, not really meant for going hardcore mountain biking, just riding around the neighborhood. Bolt on axles, no quick release. Here's something interesting. The head tube here, it's actually a true tapered headset. Some of them are fake tapers. This is actually a true taper. So that's actually a good thing, guys. If you want to upgrade your forks to something more adjustable and just performs better, you can do that with this. You can actually buy a, you know, $200 upgrade if you wanted to. Go with a Fox or RockShox or any of the, even the budget ones on Amazon. You can put that on here because the tapered headset allows you to do that. There's your stem. It's kind of long. Not a fan of these forward stems. I don't know how many millimeters that is. I'd rather have one that's up and shorter, but again, does the job. Nice spacers in there. Little tiny handlebars. I mean, these things are tiny. I don't know the actual length of these as far as millimeters go, but for example, on my specialized stump jumper over here, this is an 800 millimeter handlebar. That's basically the widest most people go. And this one is probably maybe 500 millimeters. I don't know. It's very, very narrow. The grips have these palm rests kind of grips. Over here is your twist grip shifter to change through the gears. I think those are actually aluminum. Yeah, those might actually be aluminum brake levers. There is a power cutoff. That's cool. Over here is your controller and your front brakes. I'll talk about the controller here in a second. Top tube has a nice design to it. Comes down low so you can step over it a little bit easier, and it just looks cool. There's your battery. Here's your cranks. Just again, low budget cranks and bottom bracket. It does have metal pedals, which is kind of nice, but they don't spin. So that might slow you down a little bit. So there, you gotta loosen these up or oil them or something. I'm just glad they're not plastic. It does have a built-in kickstand, which works great. I like the design of these chain stays. That's actually surprising, you know, for a budget bike. You would think it would just be a normal tube there, but it's actually this formed design, which is nice. Now here's something interesting. On the back, it does have the ability to put your own disc brakes, and the motor itself does have the screw holes and bolts to put a disc brake on there. So all you got to do is just buy the caliper and the disc itself, and you can actually upgrade this to a disc brake if you wanted to, but only in the back, which is weird. So again, you can upgrade to a better fork that has a disc brake, and you can upgrade to a disc brake with the back frame here. So that is kind of nice. Caliper brake in the back. Seat post clamp, nothing to write home about. Comes with a snafu saddle. Actually kind of nice looking. And then let's take a look at the other side here. Alright, so here's a shot of the cranks. Again, nothing to write home about. There's your speed sensor. This is not a throttle e-bike. It's just a pedal assist. So you pedal and it gives you power. You stop pedaling, it stops giving you power. Pretty simple stuff. Some guys like to have a throttle like a motorcycle or a moped. This is not one of those. You have to pedal and get some exercise, and then it'll just help you. I will say, after riding this thing though, once you pedal one full rotation, the motor kicks in, and this sucker actually takes off pretty damn good for a 250 watt motor. There is your plug, so you can charge this thing. By the way, it does come with a battery charger. You plug this into the wall, plug that into the bike right there. And when you charge this thing, they say in the manual to turn the power on first and then plug it in and charge it. It takes about 3 to 4 hours, I think they said, something like that. And while we're here, you can see the battery level, low, medium, high. And then that fourth one, it doesn't really do anything. That's how you turn it on. You hold it for 2 or 3 seconds and it comes on. And then after you do that, you come up here and turn on your controller. And it tells you, I believe that tells you how much power you have available. And then this is the settings, low, medium, and high. I have it set on low because I was riding with my wife, and even on the low setting, this thing just takes off, man. So if you want to cruise through the neighborhood nice and slow and see everything, you might not even want to turn the motor on, because when that motor kicks in, you're flying through the neighborhood pretty good. I hate to over sell this thing, but it is what it is. The motor works. On flat ground, it goes pretty damn good. Uphill, probably not so well, but it'll get you up small hills and neighborhoods. Anything hardcore though, it's not going to do well because it's only 250 watts. Medium, high, back to low. It also has a 6-kilometer walk mode. So if you want to hop off the bike and push it up a hill, it'll basically turn the motor on while you're off the bike, and just you could walk it up the hill at 6 kilometers per hour. And turn it off. And turn it off. 1, 2, 3. Here's a look at the 250 watt motor. I don't even know who makes this motor, to be quite honest. There's no branding on it, and I'm not a pro bike rider by any means, so it doesn't really matter. It's made in China. It does have a Shimano drivetrain, and it looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 speeds, and only 1 chainring up front. So it's a 6-speed mountain bike. It does have the derailleur hanger here, so if you bash this into a log or a rock, ideally this will bend or break first, which is good. A lot of these cheap bikes you'll see integrated hangers, and if that breaks, the whole frame is basically trash. So that's kind of nice that they have this on here. And then it also has a derailleur protector here, so again, that's kind of nice. And then it says Shimano Tourney. It's Shimano, at least it's a name brand, but definitely low budget stuff there. So here's everything it came with. I bought it fully assembled from Walmart. It says it was $5.98, but it was on sale. That's actually not the price I paid. Plastic bag. In the plastic bag, you'll have your battery charger and a set of keys, 2 keys. So let's go ahead and show you how this works here. So you put the key in there, and that's to lock it if you go counterclockwise. To unlock it, just go clockwise, and the battery kind of pops out. Then you lift it up, slide it down a little bit, and it comes right out. Lithium-ion battery, 281 watt hours, 36 volt DC. Capacity is 7,800 milliamps. Made in China. Look, it even has a phone number if you have any questions. That's cool. There's the connector end. And there's the lug end right there. Here's the port where you can charge it if you want to just plug this into the wall with the wire there. Unlike higher end bikes, you can't use this battery pack as a USB to charge your cell phone. So it's just a battery and that's it. You can't use it for anything other than the bike. But what do you expect for $3.99? There's a look at the connectors right there. There's the top piece. And to put it back in, you just put the lugs up top first. Put the top ones in first. So you got to put the key into the neutral position and then push down the battery and lock it. And there you go. You're all set. All right, let's turn it on. Battery's on. Controller's on. Here's the motor kicking in. You can hear it. And about a half second after you stop pedaling, the motor stops. Let's bump it up to medium. And bump it up to high. Now if you just pedal even just a few inches, the motor will still run on high. You don't have to match the speed. You can go super slow with the pedals and the motor will stay activated. And then once you stop pedaling, of course the motor will stop. So that's kind of nice. So you just, as long as you keep your feet moving, you're gonna go at whatever speed the controller's set at. All right, let's take it for a ride. I have it set on the lowest power just so we can cruise. Once you start pedaling, then it kicks in. And you can't tell on camera, but this is actually going uphill just a little bit. Oh, that's nice. This helps me go uphill no problem. It's got enough torque to get uphill. I'm just moving my legs so the motor does the work. I'm trying not to do any of the work at all. That's awesome. This is fantastic for urban commuting for sure. This is nice. All right, let's bump it up to medium. Oh, here we go. I can actually feel medium kicking in. This is nice. I'm going uphill. This is the steepest hill in the neighborhood right here, actually. You can't tell, but it is uphill. That's nice. Okay, let's put it on high. Okay, we're on high. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, and I'm hauling butt now. Ah, this is cool. Woo! This is awesome. That shock is absorbing the little cracks in the cement. All right, we're going downhill now, if you can't tell on camera. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the hill and then turn around and come back up. All right, hit the brakes, turn around. All right, so from a dead stop, I'm just going to pedal so the motor does the work and go all the way up this hill. Pedal, and then boom, it kicks in. All right, I'm on high. Changing the gears. The gears work great. There we go. Ah, this is nice. My wife's not going to have to worry about going up these hills at all. So they say you can get about 20 to 30 miles depending on how you ride it and the terrain you're riding it in. So completely flat ground, they say about 20 miles, which is good enough for most people to get around the neighborhood, ride around with the kids, or go to work if you're using this as a commuter bike. But yeah, I can see this as an everyday commuter bike. This is cool. For $399, guys, I don't think you can really beat this. I mean, say what you want, it's not perfect, it has its downsides for sure, but again, for $399, I think it's worth every penny. It's not an electric scooter, it's not an electric skateboard, it's a full-size bicycle, so way more comfortable than those little tiny folding bikes or scooters. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is a look at the Hyper ERide. $399 at Walmart. Probably going to be more now. They never usually go down in price, usually go up. But if you can get this thing for $400, I think this is a good deal. I think you can get these on Amazon as well. I'll have a link below this video if you guys want to use the link to my Amazon affiliate link. So it's a way to support my channel. I'll get a couple nickels if you use the link. It doesn't come out of your pocket, it comes out of Amazon's. So yeah, use the link below and support my channel if you like the video. If you got any good information out of it, I'd appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the Hyper ERide electric mountain bike. You think it's a good deal for $399? You think it sucks and I should get something else? I know there's other bikes out there that are better than this, but they're also not $399. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Take care and see you in the next video.